Hello, Gemini. How are you? Welcome. I hope you are doing very well. Gemini, let's see how your energies will be at this moment so you can use them to your advantage and see a situation from a new point of view. This reading is general. Take what resonates. If not, disregard this message. And it applies to all those who have their sun, rising, as well as their moon or Venus in the sign of Gemini. Gemini, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Remember to activate all the bells so you can get notifications of the new videos I upload to the channel. You can follow me on my other TikTok and Instagram accounts for new content. If you need a personal consultation with me, you can write to the email shown on the screen, and I will send you all the information you need. And attention, 3 phone lines have been activated: Argentina, Spain, and the rest of the world, where you will be able to contact a tarot office 24 hours a day. You will be able to communicate with my team of tarot readers who will be able to answer all your questions instantly. We are going to channel a message for the sign Gemini for this moment. Gemini, you start with the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the 5 of Wands. We have the 4 of Pentacles here. Gemini, there is a lot of energy of, this is like having something stuck in your throat, right? Something you've been holding back, like a truth, something you've noticed, something you've seen. And now at this moment, it's necessary to express it, to communicate it. Pay attention to the ways this is communicated, because if this has to do with something you've seen, something you've kept to yourself, sometimes it's like you're trying to settle a score for something that happened a long time ago. Or there's something you've seen that has bothered you or irritated you. Whether it's about group issues, this can be with relationships, they can be friendships. It can also be a special relationship. Where there have been some tensions or differences with someone, there's a need to clear something up, right? Let's put our cards on the table. I want to listen to you. Why is that necessary too? It's not just about talking. It's not about raising your voice here. On the contrary, it's also about knowing how to listen. On listening to the other person's perspective. About also reaching an agreement, a consensus. Maybe this situation has been happening so that this conversation can take place. A conversation that had been put off, to which unspoken words, many things seen, many things that were felt. Now it really needs to be said. I say it, I express it. I have that truth inside me that I want to share with you. I want to share it with that group. I want to share it with that person. Because if I keep it to myself, it bothers me or irritates me too. So pay attention, because there are going to be some very honest conversations with someone to try to reach an agreement, maybe about some misunderstanding. Let's see. Let's see what else we have, dear Gemini. Let's take 3 more arcana. Gemini, you have the Page of Cups. We have the Devil. And we have the King of Pentacles. The Moon. All right? This conversation we've talked about, pay attention because it's very connected. It could be a conversation with children. All right. The moon. The moon. The moon. The moon. Moon. The moon. Moon. The moon. The moon. The moon. Moon. The moon. 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 And I feel this in the way they communicate. I'm getting to know someone, but I don't understand their behavior. I don't understand how they communicate. Sometimes they write, sometimes they don't. They hide. I don't know if something is wrong with them. So there's a situation of uncertainty that can cause anxiety. I mean, there's something I feel they're hiding from me, or I feel there's something they're not telling me. And sometimes that can also be interpreted as if certain situations are being managed, like pulling the strings behind the scenes, right? Like wanting to control something. Be careful with issues of attachment, jealousy, and obsessions. But what I feel is that with this person, you need to talk. You need to have an honest conversation. This is like stopping going around in circles, stopping postponing some kind of decision, some kind of truth. To make things clear about what you want regarding the connection, regarding the relationship. I think there's a special magnetism with this person. It's a very intense emotional bond. There could be an age difference with this person. Or maybe this person behaves in a more childish way emotionally. And this childish way of behaving has to do with this, right? With a need for control, a need to control certain situations, or rather, to control the flow of messages or communication. Sometimes it's like, well, I don't text them to create mystery. I don't text them to generate interest. And maybe for you, it's not having that effect. I feel like for you, it's causing something else. I think it's making you anxious. It's making you, it could be nerves. There could be a mix of nervousness there, like saying, enough with this situation. I need to clear something up with this person right now. That's why the key is also to look for healthy ways to approach the other person. Not to go into confrontation, not to go head on, not to as if you were attacking the other person, but instead to open up to a sincere dialogue. Healthy, and listen to their side. Listen to what this person has to say. Maybe this person feels so much because there's a great intensity that this emotional intensity might even scare him or her. Like not knowing how to handle all these emotions, how to channel them. But that's why we said that communication is necessary. Clear communication. What does each person want for the future in the relationship? What is the agreement that will be reached? I think with this person, there's an interest in building something secure, to build something solid and of great value. Let's see what we have. In the last three cards, Gemini. You have the Nine of Swords, so there is a bit of anxiety. The Nine of Wands and Judgment. Everything comes down to the issue of communication. And here there's someone who keeps things to themselves. Yes, who keeps things to themselves. It could be that they're dealing with a hard-to-reach person. I'm not saying they're emotionally unavailable since they connected for a reason. But I feel like this person is also disturbing your sleep and rest because you can't stop thinking about them or about the conversation, that they're emotionally available because they've connected. But that's what I feel from their side. If there comes a kind of difference with this person where you feel that this person is very disturbed within themselves, this person might be defending or protecting themselves. I think there's a test here, a pause. Should you think about the person or about wanting to move forward with the conversation? There's fear here of asking, of communicating. Yes, the fear is there, but there's also courage. There's courage to be able to express something, to send a message, to communicate, to have that conversation, because here, there's something that people don't want to lose, that they don't want to let go of. I feel like you're also at a point where you don't want to repeat the same story from your past. To say, I don't want this again. I don't want to go through this same situation. It's less about the other person and more about how you handle things. So there's a challenge there with communication. There's a karmic energy that's moving, and that's there, like challenging you. But it's necessary to release any kind of anger, frustration, or resentment regarding what this kind of situation causes you. To let go of what else? Attachment. To let go of obsession. To let go of control. Let things be, let things flow, and let the other person express themselves in the most natural way possible, whether it's one way or another. Because that's where you'll make that decision. If that relationship keeps causing you anxiety, or if that relationship gives you peace and tranquility, that's going to be a decision for each person. Let's see what we have in the Oracle. Animal Oracle. Dear Gemini. Let's take this one. Let's go. You have the dog. And what it brings you are friends. It tells you, today I will love unconditionally. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and a friend. So Gemini, lean on me. Rely on friendships, on opening up to meet new people, on building strong bonds, on communicating, on talking to that friend so you can vent, and also to have new points of view. And love unconditionally, dear Gemini. Dear, this is what we have seen for all of you regarding the general and available energy of the moment. Have a beautiful day, everyone, and I'll see you here next time.